Hello, welcome to the Psychic Academy. I'm Brad Johnson, and in this video we're going to be talking about neutralizing the mind. Now this is all just part of a checking in video, just being able to go into our center. Now again, as talked about much in the free trial class, it was all about being able to look into the power of the breath, that when we may be having a very stressful day, when a lot of tension is starting to arise, we're utilizing the power of the breath, breathing in fully, breathing out, exhaling and evacuating all of that air in our lungs to come into a state of neutrality. Now again, this is a very helpful technique altogether. But all we're attempting to do here is just being able to bring ourselves into the comfort that represents the environment, complementing the understanding of neutrality. When you come home and being able to walk into your own bedroom or your own front room, wherever you feel you have sanctified that energy, you want to feel that upliftment of higher frequency. You want to come to a place where you know that you are able to rest, you are able to relax, you are able to really center your mind. And a lot of us really don't have that particular type of benefit a lot within our space. Sometimes it's cluttered with a lot of paperwork. Sometimes there's debris just hanging around our space. We have laundry that's just everywhere. We may have food everywhere, dishes everywhere, etc. And so this really represents the idea of clutter. Not only is it physical clutter, but it also represents the idea of thought form clutter as well too. What that means is that our own environment is a natural reflection to our own state of being. So if we are attempting to move ourselves into neutral mind, it's being very mindful of allowing our space to be environmentally conscious and complementary to the form of neutrality, being able to move into those higher vibratory states as soon as we walk through our door. It's not only that the environment will start to benefit itself in regards to how you maintain yourself within, but it's also going to represent the idea that as you go throughout the world, the environment that you do not personally caretake will start to transform as well too. So this would represent an outer ring pertaining to the idea of environment. When we're looking into the inner ring or the inner circle of our environment, that which we maintain, that's what we caretake, then that is how, again, we are looking into the orderliness or the organization that complements neutral mind. Once we start to master that a lot more by, again, firstly looking into ourselves, to this particular form of clutter, then we're able to move into the outer ring. We're able to look into the environment and being able to look into areas that we know we don't personally caretake with. And we're seeing how that is now starting to reflect the form of neutrality as well. It's not to say that everybody that's going to be throughout your world is going to be behaving themselves. They're not going to be on their best behavior, or they're not going to feel that they don't have to act out because you're not vibrationally ready for them to act out in such a way. When we start to go into the outer ring of the environment, the outer ring is basically getting to the point to no matter what happens, you're still very much content within your own space. It's being able to bring your neutrality and your centeredness to the world. That no matter what happens, you're always able to maintain your own personal power. You're always able to stand within your own light. This can be very challenging, being able to walk through the city streets in front of hundreds and hundreds of people, just walking by through the sidewalks, crossing the street, and again, seeing a lot of the world being able to express itself through you. The mass of the collective consciousness, your own subconscious heavily at work. But if you are able to naturally and mindfully keep yourself in center, keeping yourself in a neutrality, you are now seeing a lot more to the world than what the outer appearance is seeing. When you are able to compose yourself into the point of the center, where no matter what is happening within the outside world, your inner world is in peace. Your inner world is neutral. It feels very balanced. So for us to get there, we really need to work upon our own inner being, and we need to look into our own inner circle of the environment. So the more that we can really allow ourselves, again, utilizing the breath, utilizing affirmations, becoming very, very conscious and complementary to our environment, flowing energy that will allow us to move more into the neutral mind. This is what's allowing us also to move into that next level of transcendence that will make the outer ring of environment a lot more comfortable for ourselves. This is where a psychic, an intuitive, a healer will become at their most powerful, because now they are just simply observing the world around them. It's no longer about the idea of being confined to the idea of the irritations or the positive natures of the self. We're now looking at the reality body. The reality body is telling us everything about how our world is interacting together with the collective world. So we're moving beyond the physical self-body completely into the reality body contained within that state of neutrality. No doubt this will take some time to develop, but if you can start to work upon yourself in that state of neutrality, working through your environment in regards to complementary energy that allows you to continue to stay within that neutral mind, then of course the second ring, the reality body, will be the next step in being able to bring yourself into the world neutralized, which represents the idea of complete and total acceptance of the love of everything around you, moving beyond the canvas of reality, moving beyond the physical bodies, and seeing the God spark, the goddess spark, through everybody that exists within the second ring of reality. So go ahead and give this a try and see exactly how this does for you. Again, we can certainly discuss this a lot more in upcoming classes as well. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Brad Johnson, and I look forward to speaking to you again in the next video. Take care, namaste, and may it be well with you. Goodbye.